Little bit about social media, like the behind the scenes things about it with what makes our clients like have an engaging presence on social media. And it's all based on this concept that I believe with all my heart that you can get everything you want in life, you too, especially you guys starting careers, through social media. That means every one of our clients can accomplish every single one of their goals if they properly execute like a 2019 social media strategy. And what that means, number one, is authenticity. We want to make sure that all of our clients are who they are. You know, you don't want to be fake. We don't want people to be fake on social media. People don't like fake on social media. And when I mean social media, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I mean, just think about the 10 top social media websites and Snapchat, whatever they are, and there's going to be a lot more coming out, because the reality is what social media is like today in 10 years is going to feel like a beeper in MySpace. It's at its most basic form if you think about how fast it's evolved into what we have in our hands today. So just think about 10 years and 20 years when you guys are in your careers and our company is 10 more years longer, so older. So social media, being authentic is everything. Now the problem is people struggle with themselves, right? That's why people struggle, and it takes 4 hours to make an Instagram post for females. Maybe and guys, I've done it before. I've taken 10 videos when it could have been done in the first video because I worried about this and worried about that. The more you worry about it, the less you'll do it. So just be you. The world doesn't need fake plastic. They need edited, photoshopped pictures. They just need you. They have tons of that. Think about all the different pictures that we look at online and all the different videos. There's too much of that stuff, and really the movement's more towards authenticity. So not only you want to be real, but we want to make sure all of our clients that we have and future clients are who they are, and that's what's going to sell them better than anything else. They don't need another, the world needs one Steph Curry, right? The world doesn't need two. The world needs one. Just whoever is somebody that you look up to, Gary V, right? The world doesn't need two of Gary V's. And so just authenticity is everything. Now when you think about authenticity and being your true self, again, people struggle with liking themselves and loving themselves, hence they struggle with executing a social media strategy. So you really just need, everybody, including our clients, I'd kind of challenge them and talk to them about, they just need to be who they are, confident in who they are, and just execute at who you are. Self-awareness is the key to a growing, engaging social media strategy. I am who I am, you are who you are, our clients are who they are. Our landscaper clients need to be landscaper, not construction, building house kind of clients. We gotta let them be who they are. The second thing with social media, a lot of people struggle with it, is because they think they have to create new things, when really the reality is you just have to document the journey. If you just documented the journey, just your life, the things you do, that's why we're doing that here at the office, and just creating, little videos based on everything we do for the week. And I do this during the day. You're gonna be you're gonna win 90% of the time, because most people struggle because they don't like themselves, so they don't want to put pictures out there. And the second is they think they have to create new things, when the reality is just document what you've already done. Talk about what you're doing, the people you're meeting, the people you're engaging, all those different things. You don't have to create new content. You already have the content in your life. Talk about being a poor, broke college student. That's going to attract people. But just start where you are, and you grow out of that to where you want to be. Just document the journey. It's not as difficult as a lot of people think. We have phones in our hands. There's a great camera in here, there's a great video camera in here. You can just document the journey. Hey, I'm doing this. One of our landscaping clients, he was at Home Depot, and he told me that Home Depot gave him a brand new generator, power washer, because it broke. I said, make a video of that. And so he made a video of that, and we edited it and made it nice, and he got clients out of that, just by putting it on his Facebook. It was his first video. Again, he's a landscaper, he's a cool dude, and he made a little video. Man, you wouldn't believe what happened. I told him what to say, and he said essentially the same thing. Went to Home Depot, power washer broke, and all of a sudden, we got a new one, and isn't that amazing? And all of a sudden people are sharing the post, and then he got a couple clients out of it, power washing jobs, by just documenting the journey, especially the cool stuff, but just document the journey. Just everything that's happening will help you just engage an audience and then keep them engaged. And a lot of times people think it's a viral piece of content that's going to win the day. It's really not, because you never know when that's going to happen. It's consistent, regular content, documenting the journey, especially when those big events happen in your life, those big moments that you're super excited about, especially those, but just regular, consistent content. The third thing about social media is when we're making posts, you have to understand, a lot of people are on different websites because they want to take something. They're trying to sell something. Right? We all know those different kinds of people. They end up in our feeds. They're running ads. But the trick at this point is not to sell and to take, it's to give and be generous with your life on social media. So for me, like, I can teach people all day for free the strategies that we use. Like, we're going to create a video from this meeting, and we're going to put it online and let people know about the 5 things. It's free. Some people may, have to charge people for those 5 things, right, in a consulting fee. But we just want to be generous. It's the people who give away is the people who win the day. And obviously there's times to sell, and you have to sell as, when you have a company, but be generous. Not, if you think about maybe your post, or if you look on some companies you follow, probably 99% of the posts that they've made are about selling themselves, selling you something. But how about, especially real estate agents? If a real estate agent can grab a hold of this concept, stop trying to push a sale. The world already knows you're a realtor, but teach people how to buy a house and be that influencer, be that thought leader on every single facet of buying a house. They will create an audience, and people will go to them because they've become the expert in their area. And I've told realtor after realtor after realtor these strategies, and very few pick up the ball and run with it. But it's the people who are out there just giving away the knowledge that's invested in them. Like one of our new clients, he's a CEO, and all he wants to do is give away. He doesn't want to sell anything. I actually tried to tell him, maybe you should make a course, because he's got a big audience, and sell it for like cheap. He's like, no, I'd rather make it and then like let them make a donation to a nonprofit. Like, his heart is absolutely in the right place. And so making content that helps people, because you guys went to college. You spent 4 years in school, and some of you or will finish, with 4 years, and some might take 5 years to do a 4-year degree. That happens. But there's a lot that's been invested in you that a lot of people that are in school need to know about. The tricks of the trade that helped you get to where you are graduating. Guess what? Those kids in freshman year and sophomore year, they need to know things. And you could become that to them to help them get through difficult challenges and obstacles that you overcame. And that just becomes the foundation of what's going to happen after you graduate and in the future. So start now. Document the journey, be generous. Another thing is video. Video. Everyone say video. Video is probably the most engaged form of media out there, and I try all the time to tell our clients, hey, shoot me a video. Hey, just what's going on? One of our clients is right now, their office is in Atlantic City, so she's shooting a series of a couple of videos. Just document changing the scenery, shooting videos like she's in Atlantic City. It looks better in some form and fashion because we're always seeing her at her store, her and her business partner at the store. So document the journey. They're at Atlantic City because of their business. They can make really cool branding videos because they're in the business of branding, and so is Atlantic City. And so I just gave them some ideas. They're running with it. We got our first video from Atlantic City this morning. Video. It's not that difficult. Everyone has a phone, as I said before. Even professional cameras are not that expensive. People are all around you. Just give somebody a camera, tell them, hey, shoot this little video you want to shoot, and then save the video, put a bunch of videos together. You have a little episode of what happened in the week. Video. I can't stress that enough, especially on Instagram. There's just something about that play button. For me, at least, it's like magic. It makes me want to stop to scroll. I want to check out what's going on. And often videos, and especially in social media, they don't have to be highly produced videos, because you want our clients and even yours and our social media feeds to feel like a social media feed, not a sales pitch, not formulaic. but like friends and family. It needs to feel like that. So if it's like these highly edited videos, you might stop, but if you see something that should fit in a social media feed, like it's not a really edited video, it's a guy talking, even though he might be selling something or teaching something, most likely you're gonna stop, because that's where it fits in the social media medium. And then the last thing, so we got videos. Remember, generosity, you want to give, but the last thing is it's all about execution. It's about execution. The strategy is execution. With social media, a lot of people think that, especially come from older days, they think every post is like the front page of New York Times. It's not. You can edit it, you can delete it, you can make a better post tomorrow because you're in a different situation that looks better behind you. You're going to be meeting somebody tomorrow. Everything can be changed and edited online. And so it's hard to help people, and I try to do that, like understand this is not the front page of the New York Times or the Baltimore Sun. This is Facebook. You can edit it, you can make a better post tomorrow. They're gonna forget about yesterday's post already, you know what I mean? Because they've already looked at hundreds and thousands of more posts and feeds, so let's just work on it tomorrow. Or don't be paralyzed because it has to be perfect to get started, because with social media, the key is just to start making content. Consistent, regular content that gets more creative in the process, add more videos to it, will win the day. You can build an audience that you can have and capture forever if you do it right and well. Even if, for like a good example is a real estate agent. A real estate agent will feel, especially if we have a lot of real estate clients, when there's a recession and things are up and down in the economy, and if they don't have an audience, leads are going to get way more expensive when leads are scarce. And so if they have an audience that they've been building and teaching, they have a free audience on Facebook that's not going to change. And they could have thousands of people, because people are going to move, they are going to sell, they are going to remodel and refi. It might be slower in the economy, but the one who has the audience will win. Especially, this goes for all different areas and industries, because when there is a recession or when his money is tight, everyone with a big marketing budget will start to think smarter. And a good example is Coca-Cola. If you look at their Facebook, they post once every week or every couple days. They don't really have a significant strategy. Now, do they have to? Probably not, but they do have a ton of money for marketing, and it looks like it's not spent the best. But when things get tighter and everyone's like, what's the best value for your dollar? Obviously, the big companies are going to say social media is, because you can reach about 1,000 people for $10, when you're boosting or running an ad. So that you can't beat that. Very few people are watching TV like they used to. That's why Hulu keeps going up, and Netflix, and now Disney has their own, live broadcast, and that's just going to keep growing, which means fewer people are watching TV. Hence why TV commercials keep having to go up in price. If anything, they should go down, but to keep the budget balanced, they got to increase the cost, because there's not as many people using it because social media. Now, what that means for small businesses, if all the big guys and big companies get a wind of this at the same time, and they put their money in ad spend on Facebook and Instagram, for an example, they're going to push all the little businesses away from our feeds. But again, if people are building an audience, they can't do that. They can run ads and pay more money. It's exactly what happened with Google AdWords. Google AdWords in the early 90s, when it first came out, was super cheap, and you can buy words, and you could get on the front page of Google fast, etc. Now it's oversaturated, and it's harder to be placed, and you got to spend more money, right? So social media is at a sweet spot. Facebook and Instagram ads are underpriced. Companies will regret not investing money in Facebook and Instagram ads and boosted posts to build an audience, especially if they get in the game late and it's a lot more expensive down the road, like a lot of people end up doing. So we want to help our clients understand the value of boosting posts and boosting the right posts, because listen, another thing is, just because you put money behind a post doesn't make a bad post a good post. You're right, and businesses do that all the time. They boost something, a picture they took without any thought to it, and it didn't work. It didn't do anything. So then they quit on Facebook and quit on Instagram and social media and say it doesn't work. No, the problem is they didn't do it right. They didn't work it right. So that's why it didn't work for them. And so, any questions?